For people to trust you, they need to know you and they need to like you. Now, the process of knowing you and liking you may take a year or a month or a week, whatever. It depends on the situation. And there are some times when people know you right now and they like you immediately. Like you just click for them and they immediately want to start trusting you with their reputation. They want to trust you with their, well, they just want to give you the backing and want to give you referral and want to give you recommendation because you just click. But with some people, they want to study you. They want to look at your pattern. They want to look at your output, your productivity. They want to look at all of those things. And the way it works in business is the way it works in career and the way it works in real life. People want to know you first, like you, and then they can trust you with opportunities. So before you ask, you need to learn to build credibility. And you build credibility through micro moments with people. For instance, saying to someone, I'll get this done for you by the end of the day. But you comfortably shut your laptop and go home without doing it and without communicating to them why it's not going to get done or to readdress their expectations. You refuse to do that and you just go home and you feel comfortable going home without communication. Or someone sends you an email, asks you to do stuff. You go back to them, you tell them, oh, you will get it done, or you don't even respond at all. Meanwhile, this person is probably one of your top key stakeholders. You are not building credibility, you're not building trust. So you need to pay attention to the micro moments where you should be, working to meet the expectations of you or even your expectations of yourself so that people can say, no, if it's alright, yeah, she's got it. If she says she's got it, she's got it. And in my line of work, where I lead teams, I can tell you for a fact that I'll put my reputation on the line. I know the people to put my reputation on the line for. I know people who, when they give me something, I have to double check it. And I know people, when they give me stuff, I don't need to double check it. I know people who, I just know that if a conversation gets slightly more complex, they can't handle it. And I know people who will still, go the extra mile, do their own research, come up with options, make my life easier. I know them. So when it comes to, chatting to my top key stakeholders about the people who are meeting, like who are basically everyday building trust with me, it's easier for me to say, oh, it's easier for me to back them for promotion, for other opportunities. It's just easier because I know that they will stick their neck out. I know they will pay attention to the detail. I know that they would take ownership of, situations. I know that even though they know that I'm there to support, to guide and all of that, they will still want to find answers as well to make my direction and my guidance easier. I know that they would ask questions when they don't know and they will listen when I'm directing or when I'm guiding, or they will trust that I'm able to lead them to success. So I'll know that and I'll be able to put myself on the line and put my reputational currency on the line to give them the ultimate support they need. I also know that there are people who, something as basic as coming into meetings early, they struggle with it, or something as simple as following up with, something basic that they could do, they struggle with it. And I also know that there are people who they have all the resources around them, but they can't seem to be able to use all the resources around them. And I know people who would give you stuff, but they wouldn't check it. They would just, assume you probably find your way around checking it. It will be very difficult for me to trust that person or for me to want to continue to deal with them because they will just make the process harder and harder and harder and harder and harder. So I need you to understand that when you are building trust with the people you work with your colleagues and with your bosses, that it's not it doesn't just happen one day. It's not something that just one big thing will happen and then you build trust. It doesn't happen like that. It's in the tiny little moments. It's in the you going into your meetings early. It's in you having an agenda when you go into meetings with them. It's in you. It's something as small as when you go into meetings, go with a journal and a pen. It's something as simple as that. It's as simple as if you genuinely have a question, you ask the question. It is as simple as giving them feedback on a comment they raised in the last meeting you had. Like you come into a meeting with them now and you're saying, oh, can we start from the action points from the last meeting? Just because I would really like to give you updates on that. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as, sharing ideas and sharing your own ideas openly and open, and obviously not minding if you're going to be wrong or not, but just still sharing your ideas openly. It is that if you know that there are two other documents you should bring to a meeting, that you're not lazy, you go, you take those documents, you bring it to the meeting, and then you point others in the direction of the documents because it can help in the conversation that is currently going on. It is in you saying something like, how can I help you with this issue that has just come up? I have capacity, I can support you with this issue that has come up. It is in you seeing opportunities and actually asking for the opportunities. It is in you, not being laid back, and you staying in the forefront of the conversation around how you progress in your career. Okay. It is in you when they're not there, you speaking well of them, or at the minimum saying the facts about them. It is in you, you know, no bad mouthing your boss when they're not there just because you think they wouldn't, it wouldn't feed back to them. All of those things. It's in the little micro moments. It's in the you standing back and saying, if I were the boss here, what would I be doing? And you actually doing it to make their work easier. Okay, it's in you not making them feel lesser of themselves, and you not, pulling down all the work that they're doing, and you being supportive. It is in you championing the courses or their courses, supporting them openly, giving them fantastic feedback openly. It's in you saying, oh, I really love the work that you did on this, because I mean, someone who is your boss hardly gets feedback from the top. So sometimes you may be the only, you know, sounding board when it comes to reminding them of their key strengths. So it's in you praising them. Obviously not trying to flatter them, but praising them and saying, I really like this work, the work that you did here. And I'm really learning a lot from you. I'm really learning a lot from you. So that's how you build trust. It's in you remembering when they tell you the dates of their birthday. It's in you remembering the name of their kids, the name of their pets, or the name of their spouse when they mention it in conversations. It's in you honoring invitations they give to you to go for tea, go for coffee, attend a family event or attend a social event that they care to invite you to. It's in you when they refer you or recommend you to another person, a pair, a boss, that when you go there, you give your utmost best because you came recommended. It's in all of these things, right? It's in the tiny little things. It's in the tiny little things. So it's building before you go asking for things and all of that. Think credibility. Think about, how do I position myself as someone who it is easy to support? How do I position myself as someone who is easy to support, someone who is easy to back, someone who is easy to gain leverage? And if you think about it like that, you know that it's in the micro moments, is in like even resuming to work early, something as simple as that. Okay. Or when you know that the team is going through a rough patch and people need to spend more time sorting an issue, that you're there with your team. It's in those little things. So pay attention to all of these things that I've said, and know that it becomes easier to back you if you pay attention to the tiny moments when it matters most. Because it won't be one big moment, it will be in the tiny little moments. I hope this blesses you. I mean, fantastic.